Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll restart our What If Civilization Restarted series. And while for the different continents, I'll refer to them as the regular names, even though that wouldn't be the names in this timeline. But let's go to North America to see a rebellion. And this rebellion is not just one, it's two rebellions. And the first one being in this territory, which has been constantly swapping because they grew a different culture and want freedom. Well, quickly they occupy a big area, with the Green Empire trying to put them down, but it's of no use. As the rebels move north, but they also start rebellions across the border. In other territories, I keep switching. With them quickly, both groups of rebels join forces, as they've managed to start a two-front war. Well, they continue advancing, with the rebels continuing in the territories that they see as theirs, as they get two coasts due to this. As well, they're now extended through all the lands which they seek to take from the Red Empire, as they continue against the Green Empire. As both sides eventually sign peace with the rebels. So let's see how the peace treaty goes. And seeking to gain more lands and take over the continent. Well, now let's go to the war in Asia. And how does it start? Well, this nation, wanting to take more land, decides to start an invasion of the Red Nation. Within the initial part of this, they managed to advance quite significantly. Most significantly over out of this territory. And while they go south, and they advance further south, and they continue their advance, taking a lot of territory. But surprisingly, the nation they're going after hasn't done anything yet, but doesn't give up, with them getting pushed back away from here. And in the north, they get pushed back too. They start getting pushed back more along this front, with them being pushed back this direction to the north. They decide to continue their advance and cut into the puppet. And well, they take it over. As a man's cross the border over here, another nation is enticed. This nation to take back what they just had, as they launch a few landings and then cross from their puppet. With this being a big success. Oh well, they get pushed back all the way to their border. One puppet remains, and they're quickly forced out of it. And well, the fall begins. Within the north, rebels for an independence start breaking out, with them quickly occupying all this territory. And yes, They're rapidly advancing. Well, they take significant territories over. And in the north, they start advancing down this way. And well, they quickly reconnect with the rest of their forces and they start pushing south. And then these rebels manage to take this over as the fall of China is steadily still happening. With them using this as an opportunity to make more landings. As a empire, the Golden Empire starts rising. And then this nation here, well, they launch a massive offensive into here. With them doing that, to cut off supplies as they launch the attack. And well, they quickly advance through here. And well, these lands fall. And well, then these lands here end up falling. And then this nation ends up realizing it needs peace, but it refuses. Which leads to a very short rebellion. Yeah, very short. And well, they quickly start moving and taking more lands. With the rebels linking with the other forces. With them trying to take down the area. With them being very revanchist. And well, they have a brief war with the separatists. But this war fails for the rebels. With these independent forces expanding. So let's see the peace treaty of their own. Well, the Red Empire, they annexed a tiny bit of land in this puppet of theirs. That was a puppet. And they created 4 puppets. Well, the new government wants revenge on all the forces. So you'll have to wait to see what happens. And well, the Beige Empire decides to invade the Orange Empire, yes. With them launching a pretty successful landing. And they quickly take over these lands. And well, they fail to push it back for a bit. But then they start pushing it back. And everything goes good. And well, they fully push the Beige Empire out. With the invasion having failed, but they also failed to invade the other nation. So they come to peace and just stop invading each other. And well, that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys.